Mere feet from where the Georgia Dome stood and the Falcons played for a quarter century. We're looking at the team's home since the 2017 season. Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. Two teams sitting above 500 in the early season, but only one will stay that way as we're off in week 4. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it's good for an Atlanta first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Brought in right side. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Aiden Hutchinson, energetic as always after making the stick.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
From the 48. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Ennis Rakestraw. And the Lions take over as he records his 10th career INT. Wow, what an exciting start to this game, Brock. Apologies to the former QB and you. It's not an opening drive touchdown, but an interception instead.
Yeah, exciting for one side. That would be the defense. Demoralizing for the other side as an offense. First salvo, listen, it goes to the defense. And that really sets the stage for what I love and what you love, Kate. In this game of adjustments, in the game of back and forth, who's going to respond next?
We managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
That one's incomplete over the middle.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
18, Pioneer.
They'll throw it. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10.
Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Here we go, here we go.
Williams with a quick pass out wide. And out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Come on.
Gibbs now from the gun. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. There on the tackle, the rookie out of Auburn.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7.
Warriors 17. Ready. 79 Broncos.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Has a hole left, room to run. And it's a pick 6 as he runs it in for the touchdown. Just tried a little bit too hard to get that 3rd down conversion. Brock wanted so badly to keep that opening series going, and that one cost him.
Yeah, I think it's less, Kate, in this case about the throw and much more about crediting the defense who was ready and willing to be opportunistic, not just knock that ball away.
Yeah.
They wanted to take advantage of that opportunity, and they jumped on it.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And he's brought down for a loss.
You know what that felt like to me, Kate? That felt like a little bit of overthinking, where he was just waiting for the perfect lane and the breakaway run. But against defenses in this league, you hesitate, you get tackled for a loss.
All right, here we go. 2nd down.
65 cat. Cowboy 80.
Hand off to Gibbs from the gun. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Pickup of 7 yards on the play. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
So now here's 3rd and 5.
19, 18. Go. Track at 60. Go.
Back to throw. That's caught for the 1st. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down.
Ready.
Straight ahead with Gibbs. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Pretty obvious, this defense, and they need more people around the line of scrimmage. But the minute you do that, Kate, start opening up those throwing lanes. This is how balance takes apart a defense.
Break.
Markers reset, ball at the 37.
Let's go now. Hawk 70, Hawk 19 tight, 19 tight. Hook.
Play action on 1st down. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Let's go. Bravo 80.
Handoff running left. Here's Gibbs. They get an even 10 on that play. And that gives the Lions the 1st.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
Offense set for a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Setting up a throw. St. Brown's got it. Complete. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Off the gut they go with Gibbs. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. And we'll pause now. Looks like we had an injury on the play. Working to identify who it was. And, yeah, it's Jahmyr Gibbs who's getting looked at by the trainers. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. They're throwing it. The throw is caught. And he didn't get much time to secure it as he takes a shot. Good job to even hang on through that catch there. So after that completion, we've got a player in some visible discomfort. And here come the trainers to get him some help.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs. And we will not get another play. That's going to do it for the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. We're all set to bring you the second quarter. Lions well within striking distance.
Cup 19, Cup 19, Buffalo 18.
Oh, fullback's got it. Look at the power. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Lions start to fight back with their first points of this game. If there's an argument for continuing to rely on a fullback, Brock, it is plays just like that remind us. They're pretty good at barreling in for touchdowns when they're given the chance.
And you know the greatest fullback name ever? Maybe you need to name your son Sam Gash. Because that dude, when I think fullback, I think Sam Gash just gashing people for touchdowns.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun snap again to Robinson. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Set.
From the 34. Got a man, it's Drake London. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. They're calling for a stoppage now. Looks like we had somebody injured on the play. Oh, and this is notable here. It's Drake London who's hurting.
Go.
1st and 10, around to Robinson. And he gets some good yardage down to the 42. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 42. Completes. It's Bijan Robinson. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
A play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball, right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
Let's go now. Go.
Throwing now on first down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Pretty even match in this first half, and you're just kind of waiting, right? You just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, that could go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
Complete over the middle. And that will not be enough for a first down.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here.
19, Tiger. Here we go. Set. Hut, hut.
Pass play now. Ooh, put some heat on that one, Brock, but it falls incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So that brings up 4th and long. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lot. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They go play action here. This is complete to Schultz. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
70 Timberwolves.
They'll throw on first. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down.
Here we go. Here we go. 70 range. 70 range. Yeah.
Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. Completed to his running back. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. They gain 14 on the play. And that'll be first down, Detroit.
Move the chains. Got to move them chains. Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
1st and 10 from the 41.
18, left, 18. Come on. Set. Panther 11. Panther 11.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. Big catch is made, and he got the feet in too. Give him 13 on that play. And that gives the Lions the first.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. It's a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up second. It's the 2-minute warning now from Atlanta. The Lions with some work to do, trailing in this game. Second down now, 7 to go.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Ready, ready. Cougar 19. Go.
They give it to him again. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable third down. But instead, they move the chains. And that is one disheartening look on that defense.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. From the red zone now. And they will score. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions get some late points and the lead. Carlson to tack on the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Lions take a 4-point lead. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready.
1st and 10 now from the 30.
Set it. Hut, hut.
Throwing now from the gun. Austin's there to haul it in. And he almost reaches the 45 before going out. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. He'll throw it. Cut at the 10-yard line. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10.
Ready.
Working inside the red zone. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be its 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Yeah, that's what I call an absolute no-no. I mean, that just can't happen down here in the red zone. You've got to find a way to get rid of the football because now you're not only outside the red zone and you put some points that you thought were a guarantee with either a touchdown or field goal, now a little bit in limbo.
Completed over the middle. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. Now the offense going to take its 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
Okay, ready.
3rd down, 1 yard to go.
Sharp alert. Let's go. Get up.
Here's Robinson up the middle. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go, set. Seven Pirates. Ready?
They'll throw to begin this drive. Go left side, and St. Brown has it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
We know how hard explosive plays can be in the NFL, and so often they come via the air. What a great help for the offense to find an explosive play on the ground. Well done.
Ready up.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line.
Ready.
Back-to-back carries here. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. Call it no gain on that run, and they face second and 10.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
60 Bobcat. Track 60. 19 tight, 19 tight, go.
They'll try and throw it here. Finds a man right side. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front, maybe to give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
Here we go, here we go.
Shotgun now on third down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on third down. And that's exactly the result they needed, enough to keep this drive moving.
They're now set for first and 10.
Come on. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Throwing off the play fake here. Throws into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Falcons take possession as he makes his fourth interception of our season. They worked hard to have the halftime lead, Brock, but now that defense working hard to take it away.
Not wasting any time, are they? You know, they love to say about baseball, Kate, baseball's a game of adjustments. So is the NFL, and especially in the second half. You have all that data from the first half. You want to take it all in, and defensively you want to adjust exactly what they did to take the ball away there to begin the second.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have second and 2 next.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, that's a successful play on two fronts. Number one, you get the first down. But number two, keep that defense guessing as to who is just going to get the carries.
Back to pass on first and 10. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's out of bounds. Looks like right at midfield. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
Cowboy 8, 19 light. Go!
From midfield now. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So second down coming up. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. That's a drop-back pass. When you get a big play on the screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
Buys time, rolling right. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And now they face second down. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark, really, from the first snap through this second half. There have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays.
Touchdown, Atlanta! The Falcons grab the lead on their first series of the half. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. Now we'll see them try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Falcons push their lead to 3. The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Running this one left. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. It's a 21-yard gain. And that'll be first down, Detroit.
Those outside runs so critical for running back, quarterback, O-line to hit their targets. They got a target area to expose that defense and make the most of it. And that offense just put on display some teaching tape for it.
And they make the tackle at the 38. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys they can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
And that's incomplete, but I do see some laundry on the field. Let's see what this flag is all about. So not a holding call. One of the linemen actually too far downfield that time. That's what drew the flag. So now, after the penalty, it's 1st and 15.
Go.
Here's a throw. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. No luck finding his receiver that time. So now it's 2nd and long.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
2nd and 15. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win, and there aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
From the gun, here's a handoff. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. It's Lions ball. They come in trailing, but that lead is within reach. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
Ready?
From the 23. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there.
That's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage waiting for it. They were thinking interception for a second, and incompletion is still pretty good, too.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
They'll come up first and 10.
Set. 60 by 6. 60 by 6. Ready?
Back to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't, they call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
70 range. 70 range. Ready?
After the sack, another pass on second down. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw, but it's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So they're left facing third and long.
Ready? 18 rapper. 18 rapper. Go.
He's going to throw this one. This one falls incomplete.
You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! A fortunate break for them as they get a gift with roughing the kicker. Their offense heading back out to keep things going. And suddenly a chance to take the lead re-enters the picture following that penalty. They'll run here following the penalty. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's second down.
19, Tiger, 19.
And they will score. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions take a fourth quarter lead. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They're out and set. First and 10.
Panther 11, Panther 11. Let's go.
Airing it out to start this drive. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Couldn't find Kyle Pitts on that throw. And now it's second down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Here we
2nd and 10 now. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Check go.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. He throws a bullet. It connects on the deep shot. All the way, that's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons take a 4th quarter lead. So no mistaking that play call, Gronk. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Running for the marker on 2nd. And they crush him right near the marker. Looks close, but yep, Brock, I think he safely got that 1st down before the hit.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Another carry for him. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
That's what I call a rhythm starter right there. The offenses love execution plays like that on 1st down, Kate, because now that playbook is wide open. All options on the table for 2nd down.
Ready.
2nd and 3 now. Back to the well again. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there. Reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on 3rd and short.
18 Cardinal.
They hand it. Oh no, the ball is loose. And it's a turnover. The defense has it.
You know what separates good defenses from great? Good defenses find a way to get off the field. Great defenses find a way to take the ball away. What a great play to set their offense up with some mojo.
The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10.
Set.
Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
Go.
They'll look to throw. Catch made by Austin. down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. So a timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Ready?
Robinson on the inside give. Across the 20, continuing to work. Reaches the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons capitalize on the turnover and add to their lead. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. PAT effort coming up. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Falcons make it a 10-point ball game. The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 79 Broncos.
They'll come out throwing. He gets a lot behind one. Deep downfield. Brought in inside the 20. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. That's the 2-minute warning here from Atlanta. Lions down by 10. Need to work as quick as you can here, Brock. 2 timeouts left, down 2 scores. It's first down.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Pass play coming here. He's got it. Touchdown, Detroit. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
And now for the point after, and crucially to bring things within a field goal. It's no good, so they get it back within 1 score at least, but can't make it a field goal game. That deficit still 4 points. Down inside 2 minutes now. They're going to line up to try the onside kick. And the Falcons cover up the kick. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Ooh, can't get it back on the onside kick. Can still get a final chance with a quick 3-and-out, though, albeit not with a lot of time for them left to work with.
Yeah, Kate, unless they can force a miracle turnover, and we've seen that before, a 3-and-out is really the only avenue remaining. Defense,
Here we
go buckle it up.
From the gun, it's Robinson. He cuts it right. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Anytime you go over half the field in one play, totally changes the complexion of the drive. They're now set up beautifully in enemy territory to end the series with some type of points.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down.
Check go.
Down to a knee, and we're going to see if that defense chooses to expend one of its final 2 timeouts.
You got to expect the timeout is coming any moment now, right? If you want another shot with the ball, you'll need every second you can conserve on that clock.
Ready.
Down to a knee, and we're going to see if that defense chooses to expend one of its final 2 timeouts.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
Got it. Ready?
Likely going to see him take a knee here. Force him to burn a timeout, conserve a little of that clock. So the Falcons defend their building and take the win at home. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
Okay, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the inner harbor of Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. The perennial Pro Bowler, Justin Tucker, has it on the tee. And off we go, here in Baltimore. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Daniels starts with a pass. Right side, catch made by McLaurin. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Oh, no, right at the start, he loses the football. It's picked up by one of his teammates.
I feel like we see this so often, Mike, especially with how good these receivers are after the catch. They're so eager to pick up that extra yardage. Sometimes they don't completely put the ball away, and with how good these defenders are at knocking it loose, pretty fortunate on that one. His teammate was there to prevent that from being a turnover.
And he's going to be brought down behind the line. This defense fired up to start the game. It'll bring up 4th down. Oh, how about that hit? Wow. He took a pretty good lick at the end of that one. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10.
Go. Set up.
From the shotgun, here's Jackson. That's downfield, and he's got Andrews, his tight end. That's the first grab of the game for the man leading the entire league in receptions coming into the weekend. He gets his team a 1st down. Now the Ravens' big-ticket free agent acquisition. It's Derrick Henry. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. On play action, here's Jackson. He'll get it into the hands of Zay Flowers. They gain 18 yards on that one. Good for a Raven 1st down. Play action now. Jackson. A throw, left side, caught by Andrews. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
What a luxury. There's certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
Right back to Andrews. He's got another one. He is in. Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Ravens. His 6th touchdown now for the season. Tucker's extra point up and good. And the Ravens will take a 7-0 lead. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. first and 10. To throw is Daniels. And that ball incomplete. Terry McLaurin, the intended target on that one. And it'll bring up second down.
65, yeah, 65. Get up.
They'll run here with Pollard. And he works his way through an opening. Up past the 35. Nice run for 8 on that one.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in.
A nice throw by the rookie from LSU. And he's got his team a first down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion. Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. And he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
That's a short one caught by Sinnott. That's a pair of hookups on this drive. This one goes for 14 yards and a first down.
One of the things that makes him one of the best receivers in the NFL, Mike, is his ability to create separation downfield. He makes it so easy for his quarterback to not only find him, but to constantly create a nice throwing window like he did right there.
And he's going to get this all the way down to the Commanders' 7-yard line. It picks up 25 yards and gives them a golden opportunity. It's first and goal. They run out of the gun and tag on a reverse. And he's in. Luke McCaffrey. Touchdown, Washington. Zane Gonzalez on for the point after. He's got it. And the Commanders will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Set to go now on first and 10. Lamar going to work from the pistol. A dive and a catch. Incredible. That's the way to get started. A pickup of 17 and a very quick first down.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll run it with Henry. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up third down. From the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Oh, not the greatest punt there. This is going to hit and go out of bounds. They'll give it to Pollard to start this drive. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down.
On the set. Tight. 19 tight. 19 tight. Lightning 18.
From the shotgun, it's Daniel. A throw left side, caught by Sinnott. And he's going to be taken down up around the 24-yard line.
See the rookie tight end, Ben Sinnott, there on the first down completion. And, Mike, he's kind of a throwback in the sense that he can do pretty much everything. He's got good, strong hands. He's a tough blocker. He's elusive with the ball in his hands as a runner, and he can make you miss in space. I mean, at Kansas State last year, he led the team in both receiving yards and touchdowns.
Second and 7.
Here we go. Here we go. Reload. Reload.
They'll run once more, and it's Pollard again. Up the sideline, past midfield. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. 25 yards, the pickup there. Good for a Commander's first down.
Come on. Set, go.
Operating from the gun, it's Daniel. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
They'll come up on a second down and 8. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
First down away to the 26-yard line. And here's third down. From the shotgun on third down, Daniels. He's got a man. It's McLaurin. And he's into the end zone. Terry McLaurin. Touchdown, Commanders.
You know, there's so many key factors that allow a play like this, Mike, to have so much success. And, of course, like anything, it starts with the quarterback being accurate. It's such a big part of NFL football right now is the run after the catch, but the accuracy of the ball allows the receiver to turn into a runner after securing the catch. So great job there by the quarterback, and then sometimes it's just a foot race to the pylon and speed kills, and wide receiver gets the ball, secures it, and he does the rest.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. Here's first and 10.
Hey, report.
They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And he'll get about 5.
Don't worry.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
You are X. You are X. You. Touch.
Back to throw. Jackson. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
So after picking up some positive yardage on first down, they end up going backwards on second. That sack now brings up 3rd and long, and what most of the time is a very pass-happy situation makes them very one-dimensional.
A big hole. Inside the 30. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 80 yards. Touchdown, Baltimore. Point after now from Tucker. It's up and through. And the Ravens will tie things up. We are all even at 14. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. On first down, Daniels. That's to the right side, and it's Sinnott. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Throwing is Daniels. Now a screen. Here's Pollard. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
Let's go now.
Now Daniels. He's got his tight end. That's Sinnott.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
On second down, here's Pollard. And he's got it. First down. A pickup of 4. The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go until halftime. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
Here we go, sack. Go.
Throwing now, Daniels. That is intercepted. And the Ravens will have great field position as they take over at their own 45.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
13. Get up.
On first and 10, Jackson. He'll complete this one to Rashad Bateman. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their second. The clock is stopped with 26 seconds until the break. They'll come up here on second down and 5.
Get on. Go. Get on.
Now it's Jackson. That's to the right side. He's got Andrews. A pickup of 15 in the air. First down, Baltimore.
Andrews is able to pick up that first down, and it's just so nice to see him back on the field. He had that brutal leg injury a year ago. He had over 500 yards in just 10 games, so the production is still there. He's always going to be one of Lamar Jackson's favorite targets, and I can tell you what, they're excited to have him back in the lineup.
The Ravens now going to use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in half number 1. Second down and 8.
Hey, Ozzy, shut up. Hey, middle. Shut up.
Jackson up top again. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. He was trying to get that to Tez Walker. And it's going to bring up a third down.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Tucker's kick is good. And the Ravens get 3 here late in the first half to take the lead. So the mistake there, the roughing call on the field goal, they'll take the 3 points off the board, keep possession of the ball, and have it first down. Out is Justin Tucker to try the field goal. This about as short as you can get. Tucker's kick is good. And the Ravens get 3 here late in the first half to take the lead.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Here comes a return from the 5. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. 3 points, all that separates these two sides, as half number 2 kicks off. And no return here, but since it did hit in that landing area, per the new rule, the ball only comes out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
What?
On the give, here's Henry. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face 2nd down and 7. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. It's a short one caught by Andrews. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches.
Go ahead.
He's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. To throw is Jackson. A pass right side going to be taken in by Walker.
Home ready.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. To the air one more time with Jackson. Now a screen set up for Henry. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard.
No, we changed it. Shut up.
Again, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. Rashad Bateman, the intended target. And that'll set up 4th down. Ravens sending the punt team out there. He's on for the 2nd time. They'll try to get something inside the 10. And he didn't give the Gunners a chance to get down there and make a play for him. It's into the end zone. And a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. The drive starts. It's a carry by Pollard. And let's give him about 4 on that one. Adisa Isaac there to bring him down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Daniels now going to look to throw. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
He's got his tight end. That's Sinnott. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success. Nothing open here downfield. I think it's a good job just getting to the edge, getting something positive, getting out of bounds.
Up the middle, here comes Pollard. And he'll get this close to the 1st down. It's a pickup of 4, but it still leaves 3rd and short.
Alert! Alert! Shut up!
They'll try and run for the 1st down with Pollard. Call it a gain of 13. 1st down, Washington.
And that's a heck of a run there on 3rd and 1. So often these backs, they're just thinking, all right, just get 1 yard, pick up the 1st down. But not this guy. He's thinking, I know where the marker is, but I'm going to pick up as many yards after that as I can. That's exactly what he does. 1st set of downs.
And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
It's a short one caught by Sinnott. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 now from the 36. They run it straight ahead with Pollard. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
Trap 60! Trap 60! Let's go now!
So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on second down. Daniel. That's over the middle to the tight end, Sinnott. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
2nd and a yard. Again for Pollard running right. That one never got started. Too much defensive pressure. They dropped him in the backfield.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd.
And he'll try to get to the marker, but he's going to wind up a yard or 2 short. So now, a big spot coming here. This to tie things up here in the 4th.
And this is where it pays to have a kicker you can trust, Mike. I mean, this is as big a spot as there is. 4th quarter, what does he do? He comes out and he delivers to tie up this game.
All even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? So they come to the line for first down and 10. Play action now. Jackson. This is intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. Now Gonzalez to add the PAT. The kick is good. And the Commanders will go up by 7. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
Alpha, sit on. 180.
Jackson now to throw on first down. And they will finally run him down up near midfield.
You can see here, Mike, the impact that sending your receivers deep does to the defense. You add so many layers, and the defense has to get so much depth in their pass coverage. It leaves a lot of room underneath, and that's exactly what the quarterback takes advantage. Tucks the ball down, turns into a runner, picks up the first down.
What more could you ask for on first down? Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short.
Hey, report.
From the gun, Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Go ahead.
Throwing Jackson. And he's got it to Flowers for the connection.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
Here's Henry.
180. Finish it up.
Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Big play. 3rd and 2.
180. Finish it. Sit up.
Jackson now. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. First time they've looked his way all game long. But he comes through with the grab and a first down.
180. Sit up.
Henry. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. Here's 2nd down.
You are X. You are X. Sit up.
They'll drop to throw. He's got a man. It's Walker. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team.
180.
It's the tight end Likely in motion.
Sit up.
Look wide. Get this one complete. And it's a touchdown. They have gotten to within 1, and a 2-point conversion can give them the lead here in the final minute. Big moment here for the Ravens as they will go for the 2-point conversion.
Sit up.
And he is in. The risk pays off. They take the lead here in the final moments of the game. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. The return starts from the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Daniel. And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
So it's a win here for the Ravens. It was a closely fought affair, but they're able to survive, and they eke out the 1-point victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Ravens are victorious as we say so long from Baltimore.